Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome back to Qwerty's. This time in a, I think, 7-3 lineup, starting off with the T-32, a fantastic heavy tank that has seen better days, but can still do well, especially in a 7-3 match. This is not a 7-3 match, though, as we're going to see a few 7-7 vehicles, but Qwerty's going to make it work, as he does. So for once, he's not sent us a French 4-7 or a low-tier video. He was joking about that, and you'll see that the skills that he shows off in the lower ranks of War Thunder are just as valid in the higher ranks, as he opens fire on his first target, getting a beautiful weak spot hit on that. What is that thing called? I recognize what it is. It's a heavily armored French tank destroyer, an abomination of a vehicle, but I can't remember the name of it. So sorry. Another shot taken, and yet a ricochet. I'm not sure what that tank was with all the bushes on top, but it had a cupola with a machine gun in it. Is this a mixed battle, or is that the German M48? I'm not quite sure. In either event, another shot and another miss, demonstrating that Qwerty's does have a rather well-trained crew in this tank, as the reload on the T-32 is quite long. And if I sound a little bit weird tonight, it's just because A, it's pretty late and I've just been exhausted today, and B, I had a cut on my lip, like right on the inside of my lip where my teeth rub constantly, and anytime I have a cut inside my mouth it turns into a sore, so it's just miserable. Anyway, my small problems aside, I've had a great time talking with you guys on the Discord lately. I've been getting back a little bit more into spending time on the computer, and by the time this video goes up, you will have had the opportunity to watch my Dragon Quest Heroes video, where you hear the reason why I spend much less time making videos now than I used to. My girls require a lot of attention. Qwerty's giving plenty of attention himself to the enemy team, ricocheting off the highly sloped floor armor of the T-44, missing that lower plate shot that he was hoping for, as the enemy Soviet medium tank was approaching at a relatively high speed and managed to be at just the right angle at just the right time. Qwerty is taking another shot here, not necessarily one that I would have gone for, but everybody has their own playstyle. Qwerty is showing himself to be quite aggressive here, over-angling a bit and paying for it, as his side armor is not enough to stop that T-44 100's round from going into his engine compartment, detonating in a fuel tank, causing no fire, and redding the engine. Now, Qwerty's is going to have a bit of a repair before he's back up to full horsepower, and I suspect that's why he stopped here in the river. As you do, he likes to use his binoculars to identify targets and to disambiguate between bushes and the like, and a miracle bounce for the first Panther II we see here. I've seen a lot of Panther IIs and Tiger II 105s lately, along with the mouse, playing in my own 7-3 matches to spend some time in the F-89s that have become my bay. I suspect those jets will go up to 7-7, as Qwerty's easily got the side shot on a Panther II that was just presenting to him, slipping one in nicely to a slightly different spot on the turret of that initial Panther II for his third kill. Taking shots from that ridge now, Qwerty does have the opportunity to fire back aiming his shot, and he gets taken down by an additional round that goes into... it was a Panther too. Well, would you look at that? It's a trap shot. Gay! Anyway, that was a ridiculous trap shot. But there are some very skilled Panther 2 pilots that can use the accuracy and the high velocity of the long 88 to accomplish just that. Now, Qwerty's respawning in the M46 Tiger patent, one of the... I think this was the first rank 4 premium that I ever bought, and it was a bit beyond my ability to use it effectively back in the day. This was even before it had access to heat, so you would have 200 and some mil-pen APCR. And did that scrub brush just detonate his heat round? Yeah, even grass is detonating heat right now. It's pretty ridiculous. But back in the day when I first bought the Tiger patent, I was not able to make it work effectively, and I commonly was taken down by getting shot in the rear fuel tanks, which would cause a fuel tank detonation. Although those effects are less common now, they do still happen, so guard your precious booty. Of course, the best way to play the M46 is to use that good gun depression, poke out when people aren't looking at you and take them down. If you have a side shot, the APHE absolutely shrapnelizes everything inside the enemy tank, as we saw with that enemy T-44-100. The APHE round, having decent velocity, flies at about the same trajectory as your roof-mounted 50 cal, which can be very effective for ranging your shots with the main gun, and that is one of the key advantages of the M46 that people don't immediately recognize. So, take your tank out in a test drive, shoot with the 50 cal, see where the enemy is at range, and then open up with the main gun. 9 times out of 10, you're going to converge at just the same spot. So that's a nice little trick for all of you out there to make those beautiful shots. Qwerty's himself demonstrating that he don't need no stinking raging shot. Sometimes you just know where the round is going to go, as he got a beautiful side shot on that over-angled Tiger 2H, taking him down through the sloped, thick side armor that's not quite enough to stop the 19mm APHE from the Tiger patent. Another round, this time into a higher tier, or at least a higher battle rating Soviet medium. I think it sits at a 7.3 or a 7.7. Is that the T-54? I do get those confused. As he gets around through the rather thick but ineffectual... Was it the side or the rear turret armor? I think it was the rear turret armor. Anyway, now it's something of an odd position as he repositions, showing off one of the key advantages of the premium version of the M46, and that is its significantly improved horsepower. And as a much more experienced player of the game now, I appreciate that aspect of the premium Tiger patent. I really wish that there were more variants of vehicles in the regular tech tree that would offer similar things, just a little bit better engine power for... excuse me, I'm quite sleepy. But in the end, even some of the older premiums in the game would be a straight upgrade over the regular tech tree counterpart. You just didn't hear people complaining very much about the Tiger patent, because compared to the other vehicles that it would face, it was something of a lame duck. In any event, if you can get into position and use that 90mm, especially the APHE. It is one shot and good night. However, I tend to stick with the Heat FS, as it's hard to tell if you're going to face somebody from the front or from some other angle, so it's always better to be prepared. You can always take down their gun or their engine or what have you with the Heat FS round, especially with the much more reliable post-pen damage of Heat FS these days, as demonstrated by that side shot on IS-2 that took down all of the tightly packed crew with a single round of Heat FS. Qwerty is here up to 8 kills and an assist as he gets sniped from some unseen position by another Panther 2. Eduardo. You do you, man. You do you. And he did a big ol' heckin' explosion inside Qwerty's American medium tank, showing off the power once again of the German Wunderwaffe, or Wunderwaffe, the Panther 2. Now, one issue with this replay is I've had a lot of crashing issues with server replays lately, and Qwerty sends me those good server replays, so I have tried. I really have. And a lot of the replays that Qwerty sent me, very interesting stuff, but the replay would crash in the first few minutes. This replay is going to crash on us, but it's going to be a while. I don't know if you guys heard that. I'm farting over here. Anyway, Qwerty's with another shot on a Leo, fails to take down the turret crew. In that case, he would have been better served using APHE, but you don't really have time to make those snap decisions effectively. Sometimes you get taken down. Now, with his 4th spawn in this match, Qwerty is going to bring out a regular tech tree vehicle that is a great American classic, another tank destroyer that has seen better days, and yet the Doom Turtle is still glorious in all of its majesty. This super heavy tank, self-propelled gun, tank destroyer is almost the last thing that this was designated, and yet it plays the role in War Thunder quite effectively, having some of the most reliable frontal armor in the game and very sturdy, difficult to penetrate side armor as well, although at its current 7.0 battle rating and with its severe limitations in terms of mobility, reload rate, and to some extent, especially at the 7.0 battle rating, reliability of the gun, it can face some issues. However, if it is top tier, you can do some incredible things. I do believe in realistic battles the repair cost on this behemoth is quite high as well, and none of that is going to protect you from enemy casts, which at 6.7 and 7.0 now with the new ME262, which I very much look forward to researching. I've been dumping my squadron research into that one. Thank you, all of you in AmFam, for helping me out with that. And in case you were wondering, yes, AmFam is recruiting amazing friends and mentors. The squadron that I created just for the purpose of researching together. I'm not going to be able to play a whole lot of squadron stuff, but I wanted to have my own squadron in War Thunder, so you guys are all invited. I know a lot of you guys are in your own squadrons, of course. Qwerty is here in Split, so shout out to Split. They have some good players in their squadron, at least in terms of Qwerty's here, who has already made a big difference in this match and continues in his tenacity to work his way toward a dozen kills. In fact, the scoreboard before this match started told me that Qwerty was going to get 12 kills, and yet this replay is gonna crash after his 11th kill. So apologies for that. There's really honestly nothing I can do about that. It's an issue with the War Thunder replay system, and I have been struggling with that fact, and yet I've given it a shot every time, and I got lucky this time in that this match only crashed after most of the action. So we do get to see that beautiful ammo rack on the, what's it called? Flak Panzer 341, something like that. But I knew it as the Coelian, and that is still what I'll refer to it as. In any event, we're looking at a lot of German vehicles that have been exorcised from the regular tech tree, and yet their popularity has not diminished. I understand, you know what, I'm not going to talk about it again, but the reasons for removing mouse were bullshit. And I'll leave it at that. I have not forgotten, and I'm looking forward to this mouse grind event that Gaijin said would happen frequently, but not, what did they say? Consistently, but not frequently? Yeah, okay, whatever. In any event, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Cheers to Qwerty for his dozen kills here in some higher tier gameplay, which gives hope to us all. In any event, if this encouraged you to send in your own replay, the best place to reach me is on my Discord, link in the description below. There is a channel for replay submissions there, and I look forward to your own replays. And of course, check out the channel for all the other interesting stuff. Well, it's interesting to me that I put up there. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.